is this mystery rock discovered in space by Japan hiding something that they are not letting on to the public? Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. We will tackle that question today, as well as some other very interesting news from space to UFO sightings, and even some very unexpected new fan mail that came to the Secure Team P.O. box that I picked up today. You guys aren't going to want to miss it, so be sure to watch this entire video. But to start off today, the main topic is the discovery of a very enigmatic space rock, what they're calling an asteroid, which the Japanese Space Agency has actually sent a space probe to and is going to land on, or at least attempt to land on, within the next couple of days. And the object is already starting to baffle the Japanese scientists who have been monitoring it because, well, at first, when they were pretty far away, they weren't able to tell what shape this rock or asteroid was. Originally appearing round, the strange asteroid gradually turned into a square or diamond shape. And you're seeing some of those new images in progression, some video of the object spinning, where, I mean, just looking at it, it appears, or it at least would appear to show some artificial features. I mean, this does not look, and even the Japanese have admitted this, like your typical asteroid or space rock. But as they got closer to it, things became more clear. And that's when they released these new images that you're seeing here, depicting this very strange, and again, I have to say, artificial looking diamond shape or square shape, where you can see the top and bottom of the object comes to this sort of point, as well as this strange circular crater right in the middle. And we're going to go back to that here in a second because we've seen this before. And so even the Japanese Space Agency is saying, okay, this one is strange. And they're trying to figure out just how it came to be this shape, stating, quote, "This object, which we are calling Ryugu, has some very magnificent geographical features that are seen to vary from place to place, and the object is scientifically surprising and poses many engineering challenges. But aside from that, many have been pointing out and emailing me about the strange shape of the object. It just doesn't look like your typical asteroid, and that it very well may be some sort of artificial structure, albeit covered with this sort of asteroid-like rocky outer layer, which we've seen before, and again, we'll get to that here in a second. And it certainly wouldn't surprise me if it were artificial, because lately we've been talking about a number of other mystery space objects that they've called rocks or asteroids seen zooming through our solar system. The most recent one was the pencil or cigar-shaped object known as Oumuamua, that once again completely baffled the space agencies as it made its way blasting into our solar system from interstellar space. They don't know where the thing came from, and so we have this new object here, and I want you guys to notice something, especially those who have followed this research or this channel. Do you notice anything about this object that you've maybe seen somewhere else in other objects in space? Well, I'll give you a hint. There's two things that this object reminds me of. Both of them are other objects in space and that have both been surrounded by controversy for years, that there is something artificial about them as well. And those objects, of course, I'm talking about are two moons. One moon of Mars by the name of Phobos, and a moon of Saturn by the name of Iapetus. And if you haven't heard of these moons, as I said before, they have been a topic of research for years due to the strange things that have happened around them, as well as their surface features. First, we'll talk about Iapetus. Iapetus is a moon of Saturn. I believe it's the 11th largest moon in the entire solar system. And as you're seeing from this image here, one of the biggest features of it that scientists still cannot explain is this massive 12-mile-high ridge that wraps around the moon, dead center, as if there were two pieces of this moon or object that were welded together, creating this 12-mile-high and 12 miles in width ridge or mountain range. Now, it also has been described as looking like the Death Star from Star Wars, and features a number of anomalous surface features, not just this massive ridge wrapping around it, but the fact that one side of it is white as the snow, as some scientists have said, and the other side is dark as night. The moon also features some very mysterious artificial-looking craters that depict these very straight-lined hexagonal shapes that look like no other craters found in the solar system. We've also spotted unidentified objects near or on the object, things that look like towers, as you're seeing in this image here. And so that is the first object, and if you guys want to learn more about Iapetus, I did a much more detailed video, and I'll put the link to it down below. You guys can head over, check it out. This moon is a total enigma, so be sure to head over and watch it. Now, the other moon that looks very similar to this new asteroid in that it also has this strange massive crater. Right on the side of the object is the small potato-shaped moon of Mars known as Phobos. And just like Iapetus, Phobos even more probably has more controversy surrounding it due to the fact that even mainstream scientists have said that this very well could be a hollow artificial structure due to the way this object orbits Mars. And not only that, many of you have probably heard of something called the Phobos incident, where back in the 1980s, the Soviet Union sent 2 separate probes to visit Phobos. The first one was completely knocked out before it could even get there. It disappeared. And so they then sent a second probe known as the Phobos 2, and it actually arrived at the moon, but was soon after knocked out by something. They don't know what knocked it out, but it was knocked out. But before it snapped a photograph and captured something else that had been drifting in the vicinity of the spacecraft and the moon, and what could only be described as a massive cigar-shaped object that very well may have been the reason and the cause for the probe being knocked out of orbit and lost forever. 2 probes lost. And notice here as well, Phobos has this massive crater sitting on the side of it. Looks very similar to this new object that is being studied by the Japanese Space Agency. You're seeing a comparison shot here, and they even look similar in shape. So, you know, it's a theory, and, you know, many have speculated that some of these so-called asteroids or moons that are just floating around in our solar system are actually artificial, but that have been covered up so that they look like nothing more than space rocks. But anyway, very mysterious object being tracked by the Japanese. I'll definitely follow up on this story, and we'll see what more we can find once they land on the surface and we get some high-res images, hopefully. But you guys tell me what you think down below. Now, in other news, we have a very mysterious photo that was recently uploaded to MUFON, captured by a viewer of what they are describing as a possible cloaked object sitting up amongst the clouds attempting to blend in. So you're seeing the full photo here. I'll put the link to it down below, but basically the source of the photo, who is located in the UK, says he went out to smoke when, to his astonishment, he noticed what appeared to be a ship sort of hidden up in the clouds, and that aside from the other clouds, this object was distinguishable because it had this very sharp edge going around it, but that the front and back of the object were hidden by the clouds. And yeah, I mean, I really don't even have to mess with this image. You can see the line that almost appears to be saucer-like, where we have the light reflecting off the top of the object, below the object is more in shadow. I mean, it truly does look like an object. And once again, I've posted videos in the past of other footage and photographs of what appear to be objects, massive objects, sitting in our sky under some sort of cloaking mechanism. And so, what do you guys think about this photograph? It certainly looks like something sitting in the skies, so I want to put out the word to anybody in the UK or anyone who have seen something similar to this. Put it down below and send me an email. Try to get some video or photos. And lastly today, I just want to feature some really cool and sort of strange fan mail that has been sent to me. The first of which was this really awesome coin that a viewer by the name of Denzel sent in. He's actually from my home state of Ohio. He said that he was able to acquire a few of these alien coins in the past, and he thought he would pass one along to me really awesome coin. You can see on one side, it just has the typical buffalo, and when you flip it over, it has the alien gray, stamped 1937 on the bottom, although I highly doubt that they were creating alien coins back then, but yeah, I mean, it's really awesome. So thank you, Denzel, for sending this in. Now, I was also sent a really cool DVD that is called Hollow Earth Chronicles, which obviously goes into the theory that the Earth or parts of the Earth are hollow. Again, we've done videos on this, so this is really going to be an interesting watch. Thanks to the viewer Chad for sending this in. Lastly, I got something else. It wasn't particularly from a viewer, but I took this out, which is a sort of nice green box. I didn't know what it was for. You have this nice picture of a man hiking through the woods, meeting his family, it would seem, and it says, quote, "the perfect fit for your active lifestyle." So, I mean, I had no idea what this was, and, well, when I opened it, this is what I found. A brand new, crisp set of adult diapers. And I don't know why this company sent this to me, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to wear these diapers, guys, because, see, these are XLs, and I'm a medium. So, you know, if you want to resend me the mediums, I'll definitely try them on, although I really don't think I'll need them. I'm not to the point yet where I would need to wear them. Look at this guy. He sure looks happy. He's hiking. He's having fun. He's about to go give his family a big old hug, and I could only imagine what's in his pants right now. And very interesting. I can't say I've ever gotten something like this in the Secure Team P.O. box. So I will display these proudly. And yeah, thanks to the adult diaper company who somehow got my address. So yeah. What more can I say to end this video other than tell me what you think about everything we've spoken about today. If you have fan mail of your own, you want to send it in, the address is down below. But stay tuned, I've got much more coming, and I will see you all back in just a bit.